set number 2. And the errors for Japan, 14. The errors for China, 11. As you can see there, the attacks from Japan, 6 against 4. The blocks, 1 against 2. And the digs, exactly the same. So we're at 1 set each in this, the playoff for 5th and 6th position in the Asia Volleyball Confederation Cup for Men, taking place here inside the Sports and Culture Palace in Almaty in Kazakhstan. So the team in white on the right of your screen now, and the team in black, China and Japan. China with the dark blue outfit. I always think it's black, and that's from high up in our commentary position, nearly up on the roof. And the Japanese team with the white tops and the black shorts. Good service, but it's gone a bit too far. Came off the number 1 for Japan, Ishihara, and was easily put away. China, 2-love up. The service is going to come from their number 11, Ron Taoshi. Good service, fast and hard. It knocked over the Japanese player. He's up, he's okay. Caught him in the chest, little dink over the net, but you heard the blast and the whistle from our number 1 referee, Zogi Masood from Iran. And we saw him there lifting. There's the coach, pretty upset with some of the things that are going on out there, but he should be pretty happy. They're 1-1. Japan attacking, and this time they're attacking down the outside hitter. And the Japanese coach, Shingo Saki, might be able to hear what he says. The coach had enough to say, but the number 4 bending down there on the right of your screen, he's the captain of the Japanese team, Joel Bloxham. Joel Tatsuki Bloxham, 22 years of age, 6'5", plays with the Panasonic Panther team in Tokyo. And he also has a fair bit to say. Players are back out. China to serve. Kawaguchi, the Libra for Japan, watching carefully, but it doesn't come his way. But they tried to set it up, but it was too far back, and the player, Hori, touched the net. Change for Japan, and Sagawa comes in, and Oi, the setter, goes out. The second referee, Rameshwar Chunhan, just checking to see if they're in the right rotation. This is the number 11 for China, Ron Taoshi. Yes, that was a nice piece of setting. He just come on, and Sagawa, the 23-year-old, 5'10", was in the right position, just right beside the net, and was able to put it up, and they got a very good point. Here's their number 17. This is Hoshaya, Kantaro Hoshaya, punched forward by the Chinese, but they didn't get anything out of it. And that time, the Japanese go to their number 19, Kori, Hiroya Kori, and the Kori shot went right across the net, unfortunately for him, on his own side. China 6-1, 1 set each. Dug out by the Japanese. Now they go to the wayside hitter, but they can come back again. They go back to the wayside hitter again, and I can tell you there's no way no way that the Chinese team were going to get onto that. It was heading for one of the official desks, and one of our camera crew down there as well. He might have had to duck if they sort of leaped over the advertising hoardings that are around the court here. 2-6. Japan have to lift a little bit. Let's see what they can do through Otaka and his serve. Yes, they go to the outside hitter, and the outside hitter is able to slam it down, and it goes off as Sagawa, the number 2. China 7-2. Again, this time they go to their number 2 to serve. And this is Kung Wei Yu. Bit too long. They're going to fight it for it at the net. Again here, it was too close. And he didn't need a second invitation, did he? And we get to the technical timeout with China out by 8 points to 6. So the Chinese have lifted again. Here's the coach for Japan. The number 4 there, Joe blocks him. The captain for the Japanese team. Big smiles on the faces of the Chinese team. You see there the number 10, Yu Chen Yu, is back to us. Going back out on the court. Yu Chen Yu is 19 years of age. He stands as 6'5", and he plays his club volleyball in Jiangsu. Oh, that's a bit too long. Too long from Yu. That's Gunwei Yu. Japan. Too long. He floated it. He was trying to, I suppose, entice one of the Chinese players to have a go at trying to block it, but they're too wise for that. 3-9. And the service to come from China. And this is Yongbo Lai. Oh, too long. And just slid across the shot from Shi. Ran Tao Shi on the screen right beside is Libra Ji Chen Shi. There's Ji Chen Shi chasing it back. They can get it back, lifted by the Japanese. They have to set it, and they go to the outside hitter. And that was just a little bit too hard and too fast for Hishihara. Goes right across court with that. China to serve through their number 9, Yongbo Lai. The wayside hitter for the Japanese team, and the timeout called. And this is the second timeout called by Japan. And their coach down there, Shingo Saki. Not saying a lot, just took the timeout to sort of concentrate on one thing and one thing only. They've taken their second timeout, so they have nothing left. That has just been signaled to the coach by Rameshwar Chanhan, our second referee from India. Our number 1 referee, Zakai Masood, over on the rostrum. And we can restart. And we restart with China leading by 11 points to 4. Kawaguchi picks it up, set by the Japanese, but they can't do anything with it, and the blocks were there, but he's able to get the shot past the blocks. Run Taoshi came in from an angle and blasted it across the middle of the court. Service again to China. Blocks. So they're having no luck at all, the Japanese team. And now they're going to bring in a danger man for the Japanese side, and he's a left-hander. And Matsuoka, very dangerous, either as the outside hitter or as the wayside hitter. Flicked over the net. You can see Matsuoka looking for his chance down the far side. Just caught the net. That was unlucky. It was a good piece of recovery by the number 8 Shu, but just too close to the net. The coach is having a laugh about it. Gives a point to Japan, 5-11. Blocked again, set, and they go to that left-handed player, but they got it back over the net. They got to go back to him again, and that time, it dropped right on the line. The ricochet after Matsuoka had 2 goes, and he is a powerful lad, powerful left hand. Matsuoka, that one just dropped on the line, and you can see Kawaguchi raced after it. And right at the end, there's the young man. Good service, collected by Japan. Set, and this time they set to the outside hitter, and he's able to take that run. Matsuoka, Yuki Matsuoka, 25 years of age, 6'3". And he's a danger man. Left hand, powerful. China were able to dig that up, but they've rescued it, and now they go to that left-hander again, and there he is in the outside waist position. Goes right across the court with that stinging left-handed spike. Just watch it here. Set. Bang. Lifted again. They go back to him. There it is again. But that time, it just caught the line. Point got to go to China. China out by 15 points to 7. He's a very interesting player to watch. The number 6 for Japan, Matsuoka, powerful left-handed player. And just waiting for the serve to come from the Chinese, who he's done it quite a few times, unfortunately, for his team. Run Taoshi. So it's a 7-point gap. 7 points in favor of China. Here's the Japanese serve. Oh, it was weak. It was very short. Oshaya. And we get to the second technical timeout, with China leading by 16 points to 8. And the Japanese coach has a bit of lifting to do. This is the man. Yep. Giving a few instructions there to the 23-year-old Sagawa. Chinese team are ready. Their number 3, the libero, Jai Chen Shi. And straight away the Chinese are taking out their number one, Zhang, and they're putting in the number 12, Wang. And this is Xiyong Wang. And I think the reason what they're trying to do is they're trying to just gently get the number one, Zhang, through the match. Oh yes, clever play. Clever play by Li. And the service goes back to the left-handed Matsuoka. He has a powerful serve as well as spiking. He's got this powerful bomb of a serve, but unfortunately too long. Didn't come down quick enough for him. Point goes to China. They lead 17-9. And the service that comes from their number two, Gunwei Yu. Kawaguchi sets it up. And again, the run around, and unfortunately for Matsuoka, it went off court. Here's two changes for the Chinese team. They've taken out the number 2, brought in the number 4, and they're bringing in the number 5 as well. The number 10 is Yu, gone out, so they've gone back with Tang. They've gone back with Zhu. Zhu is the one who's going to serve. So he just waits. Now he's able to serve. Blocked. The spike by Li. Haku Li. There's the Chinese supporters. You can see it came right across and unfortunately could not clear. That one given a little bit too much air. They got her back, blocked, and right across the court goes the Chinese player Xu. And he collects the point, takes them out to 20 points to 9. Again, going back to the service line is Shenzhou Xu. Zhu serves. Again, too near the net. Well, he got right underneath the Zhu, but the other player couldn't hold the shot. The man who was trying to hold onto it was Tanga. Service to come. Good piece of setting that time by the number 4 Zhu. Kawaguchi there, the libero for Japan. Oh, good serve. Good spike right down the middle. Put there by Li. 11-21 in favor of China. Japan serving. That went off, touched hands anyhow, right up at the net, and likely it caught the hand of the number 1 player, Hishihara. Now it's the tall man for China going back out, and coming off the floor is Wang, Xiyong Wang. Well, the point is going to go, the point is all over, it's going to go to Japan. You would think for lifting. 12-22. Japan to serve. This is a good pick up by Kawaguchi. Now the set in the middle has gone off the hands, but the Chinese are able to recover it. blocked again by the Japanese. Now the Chinese dink it down. That's clever play. They saw that Kawaguchi had moved off that position, left the back door open, and they were able to dink it over his head and put it away. Do you see the number 4 is going to come out? Ju. Number 5 for China comes out. Tang. Number 10 to serve. Yu Chen Yu. It touched. Or did it? No, it didn't. He thought it did. And it's set point for China again, 24-12. This is the Chinese number 10, Yu Chen Yu. Collected by the Chinese. Now they can set it. They go to the header on the outside, and it's gone off the Japanese players, and it's gone out, and it means that China have taken the third set by 25 points to 15. So the Chinese team now leading by, I should have said 25 points to 12, and that means that China are 2-1 up at the moment in this playoff for 5th and 6th.